Good morning, everyone. I thought I would do a little morning live because I don't really go live anymore, and my roommate is home. But we're gonna try to power through that right now, and deal with it because I never get the opportunity to go live at all. So it's like not really good for business and whatnot. And just like I miss everyone as well. So I don't know. I kind of just don't really want to be alone. I want to talk to my people. I miss everyone. Just give me a second to figure out my pattern before I start. I just want to remember where I kind of was here. Okay, so I have 5. Okay, and now I have 8. I received a request for friendship bracelets, and right now, Nightbot is not working. Let's just give it a second here. It's not working at all. Okay, never mind. And I'll try the Etsy one last time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put the links myself then. Okay. Um, the Etsy one works. Why is the Ko-fi link not working? Okay, now it works. Well, good morning, Nightbot. Please wake up. But yeah, right now it's the end of the month, and I am quite struggling with bills, and I need $100 more, um, to be okay for rent. And then after that, I don't have food included in that. That's just what I need for rent alone. And so, if you would like to help out with that, go over to my Ko-fi. That's the second link. And I have a little fundraiser there, but I'm also selling items. So if you would like to help out, I would really appreciate it. And a huge thank you to everyone who's already helped. That has been uh, uh, truly a blessing, and it's been great. And it's allowed me to do what I do, so a huge thank you for that. I'm a disabled artist, and so for me, it's really hard to get a job and things like that. And I struggle socially, and I have CPTSD, but my symptoms have recently come to a level that it makes it hard to be in public and to deal with the public eye and just like be out and about generally. So um, it's a blessing for me to be able to do anything else at all with my life. So I'm a crocheter. If you want to check out my crochet items, go over to my Etsy shop and you will be able to see that. Right now, I received a commission for a friendship bracelet. I don't make them anymore, just so you know. It's not something I offer, but I couldn't say no because I don't have money, realistically. But my shop is in the red, so I didn't make any money from that. Because what happens with Etsy, I was starting to explain it the other day, but what happens with Etsy is I'm on a daily deposit schedule because I often need the money quickly rather than later. I cannot afford to wait if I have to get food or whatever because I don't have money in my bank account or normally. So I have to be like on a daily deposit schedule to be sure I get my funds as soon as possible. But when that happens, Etsy doesn't take into account um, the fees for the shipping costs and whatnot. So you get in the red when you buy the shipping label, and so because of that, my account is quite in the red because I got like three orders to mail all at the same time, and now I still have like $10. Um, I'm still like $10 off from what I need to be like in the zero. So right now, any order I make is not giving me any money unless you exceed that amount, which is $10. Like it's eight something, right? But if you take into account all the platform fees and whatnot, you do have to go like slightly above. But yeah, if you want to check out any of my crochet items, I would really appreciate that. And I'm also discounting all my friendship bracelets and everything because, like I said, I don't make them anymore. This one was a commission. I'm making it because really I don't have a choice. Um, but I'm happy to make it for that person. But just so you know, at some point, they're not gonna be in my shop anymore. Like right now, they're 40% off. I have a clearance sale, and it's to try to get them sold as much as possible. I've already sold one of them to a fellow pagan person from a server, someone I know from a server. And so her order is gonna be in the mail soon. It's already packed and everything. I just have to actually mail it because I wanted to do one trip to the post office. I didn't want to go for just a tiny envelope for the friendship bracelet. So it's just like, yeah, I was just waiting for the opportunity to bring more of them all at once, but it's gonna be in the mail soon. Um, I don't think she's watching, but just in case, just so you know, I'm gonna mail it very soon. So, but also, like I said, like bringing tiny envelopes is not that big a deal. I can just go to the mailbox, but I will have other things to mail as well. So I just wanted to have them completed for this purpose, so I can just drop everything. You know, just save me all the walking and whatnot because being disabled, it's a little bit tricky for me to go out. I don't really have problems with my legs, but I do have a bit of hypermobility around my ankles. It's not like classic hypermobile person who like bends backwards or whatever, but I have like a certain level of muscle weakness and like instability on my joints. All my joints are very unstable, and my ankles are a big part of that. So every time I go out, I kind of risk rolling my ankles and whatnot. I have very poor body control, so because of that, I struggle with it. So I just wanted to be open about that, but that is one of the reasons I try to go out as little as possible. Hi, Mary. Thank you for the thumbs up. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I hope you enjoy your day. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I try to limit my going out as much as possible. Oh, you're driving? Yeah, drive safe, Mary. But yeah, trying to limit going out as much as possible and kind of trying to be like more um, not mindful, but to be purposeful when I go out. Like I will try to do as much as possible in one go, and also not trying to overexert myself. So I won't like spend the whole day out. Most of the time, I'll try to come back after one or two errands, and also just because I get very exhausted socially. And I cannot wait to show you this bracelet, by the way. This is an alien pattern. I've done it in the past, but it's really cute. It's an alpha friendship bracelet, so it is a pattern like drawing type of design. You know, you go knot by knot, and it creates an image. It's not like a classic friendship bracelet that has stripes or diamonds or whatever. It's a little bit more complex than that, and it's really nice. And I'm using all neon colors, and these are UV reactive, so the little skulls will glow under black light. It's gonna be great. Skulls. Well, they're alien faces, but they look kind of like skulls sometimes. I don't know. I kind of want to make one for myself, but also I don't wear friendship bracelets. It would be just to have it, really. But at the end of the day, I'd probably end up selling that anyway, to make money for rent or whatever, you know. But yeah, if you want to help out with that, really appreciate it. I have a I feel blessed to have a community here, and I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more until I figure things out and I figure out what I want to do. But right now, today, this morning, I felt good and I felt up for it. So I came on, and hope we can have a chat. I'm sorry that I'm closer than usual, and you might not have like a fuller portrait of the whole scene background or whatever. I did see myself on camera, and I do seem to take a good enough, like, uh, to be like right on camera and everything. So that's good. But yeah, it's because I have to have my computer closer because the friendship bracelet is tucked underneath it. Well, no, I have a kind of a system where it's pinned down to a pillowcase, and then my computer is on top of that, just so the knots are positioned in a way that I can easily get to them without too much hassle, because I don't like taping down my bracelets. A lot of people do that, but I think it's not very sturdy. It tends to just like, to just unstick. People do like washi tape, and I just like, sorry, but first of all, I think that's really wasteful, and second of all, I just don't enjoy doing that. They will just unstick so easily. The washi tapes I have are so weak. I don't know, but they just like pop off for some reason. I don't know what I did, or if I altered the glue without trying to, but every washi tape I've ever had has been rather weak. Even like the fancy ones from Michaels. I have quite a bit of washi tape. I can show you. This is just one of the boxes. I have two boxes. And this is just the ones I keep because I have quite a few of them I got from Amazon as like a mistake order. It was a mistake. They shipped me like a huge um bulk lot of them, so I give them as freebies in my Etsy. Like, if you order for me, if you get just a friendship bracelet, I'm not gonna give you any of those, just because I want to try to get the envelope as thin as possible to avoid shipping costs. But if you buy a plushie or whatever, usually I just put a few washi tapes in, and sometimes other things as well, stickers and things like that, if I know the person is gonna enjoy them. If I'm shipping to someone I know, usually I'll put like little stickers that I know they enjoy. I have a bunch of corset stickers and boots stickers. I sent some of them to my friend Belladonna when I made their dog, because I know they enjoy corsets and fancy boots and whatnot. They wear them all the time, so I figured they're gonna enjoy a few stickers, right? But like, the general public, I might not put a corset sticker or boot sticker. I don't know if that person would dress more femme or whatever. I don't know if it's in their gender expression, and I don't really know them, so I don't really feel comfortable. Those I keep for the people I know who are into that kind of stuff. But yeah, they are just really cute stickers that I got from an Etsy store years ago. just because I thought they were so cute and fancy. And I will show them to you. Just give me a second here. Sorry. Thankfully, I can wash my surface and I can clean this bracelet. To wash a friendship bracelet, by the way, you can just run it under some water with some gentle soap and just rub the soap in and rinse that out, and you'll be fine. So, it's what I do when I clean a friendship bracelet. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go off camera a little bit. I have to go into my nose. There was like a thing stuck there. I'm sorry, it always does this because I have some damage to the nose tissue, so that happens a lot. I'm sorry, guys. And as always, when I'm streaming, it is not wanting to go away, so it will stay. I apologize. I may have to go off camera quickly if it starts to hurt too much. I like to put the disclaimer because I don't want to leave my followers being like, "Ooh, where are you? Where did you disappear off to?" But yeah, my nose. I'm sorry, but I'm making little aliens right now, and it is cute. I have to make alien faces as well for the skinny puppy crew who didn't get theirs. But I'm not gonna ship them until much later because right now I don't have money to do that. If you want to contribute to the skinny puppy crew getting their little alien ads, I only have two to ship, so I will have to message them soon about that. But they will have their little alien heads if they still want them. So, um, I've just been like so uh, swamped with work. I've been like very intensely full of orders and things. So many things to do. And then I took a few days for myself to make that hexagon blanket. I've not made any hexagons yesterday just because I got an order and I wanted to start on it. Like that's what I'm doing now. It's almost complete. It's um like maybe three, four, no, 2/3 of the way in, something like that. Yeah, 2/3 because I have 4 inches out of 6. So yeah, that's that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm so not so good with numbers. As I said, I have dyscalculia. Dyscalculia is not a fun disability. Not being able to count change when you're at the cashier, and then not being able to tell the time from an analog clock. Well, I can. It just takes me a little while longer. It's just um living life on the difficult setting. Like it's a Minecrafting. You're living on hardcore. I'm sorry for those who don't know what Minecraft is. It's a video game, and you have a few different settings, and you can play on hardcore mode and basically just die every time something happens. You get a mob or something, and then if you don't kill it efficiently, you die. It will kill you. It will definitely kill you. Well, I'm missing my strands up right now. it has to be to the front. Okay, anyway, I will just knot this, and it will be out of order, but that's fine. Yeah, no, okay, it's not gonna be because that has to go on top. I don't know why it's there. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying to figure that out. This is like tapestry crochet, but with thread and with hands. And so it is the worst thing ever, really. I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say it. This is annoying. Now I just have 3 colors, so it's not that bad. But I've done some with like 10 plus colors, and you really want to die figuring out where the heck your thread goes, on top of which one it's gonna be, and things like that. It is quite an adventure. You feel like Bilbo going on an adventure to find your thread. Well, no, you know where the thread is, you just don't know where it travels to, if that makes sense. But right now it's not too bad. I just have 3. I have a green, I have a light a neon uncolored one. You know, like the neon color that has no color but glows under black light? That's the one I'm working with now. It doesn't have any color, but it has kind of that greenish tinge to it to make it glow. That's what I'm using. Because I thought it would be suitable for alien faces, and I think it works quite well because they're quite like, grayish or greenish usually. That's what aliens are. And you're just like, yeah, this will fit. It's all good. It's all good. Um, but those are just big faces. I'm working on the 5th one. I have a 6th one after that, which at some point the pattern person who made this cut it instead of continuing it. Like, they just cut it halfway through the last face, which was the 5th face, and they just put it that way. And so I continued the pattern and made a mirror of the some of the last bits, and going into a 6th face, which is a mirror of the 4th face. So I just did a little reverse on a part of the pattern, for having it continued, because the standard wrist is about 6 inches, usually bigger than that a little bit, but you don't want to go into um, too much. You don't want to go like 7, 8, or whatever. That's what you really don't want to do. Right now, I have to unravel this because it's destroyed. But yeah, you don't want to do it. You don't want to go into 8 inches or whatever, because most of your customers are gonna fit 6 inches, and then you just put longer ties on there to accommodate for people, and they can cut it to size if they need, if the ties are really too long. But that's what I like to do. I don't do them smaller than that. I just go with that because it's what works. And I've known that since I started. I've standardized my bracelets for the good of sales and whatnot. But it works. Most people fit the 6 inch thing. This one's gonna be just a little bit taller than this, because with alpha bracelets it's difficult sometimes to predict just how long it will be, especially if you're using a different kind of thread. It's kind of like with gauge, with crochet, right? Sometimes smaller or bigger yarns are gonna produce different results. But with the knots, tension doesn't really matter, because you cannot really make it smaller, but you can use slightly bigger thread, and just A tiny bit bigger will make a huge difference. If I raise my arm like this, it's not because I'm hailing something, it's because I'm trying to determine if the thread is long enough or I have to unravel it more. Okay, this is fine. This should be okay. But yeah, I just wanna give me a second. Okay, I'm good. It's hard to count because I go row by row. I like I scroll down every time to make sure I don't repeat by accident. But the thing is, all the black squares for some stupid reason on the friendshipbracelets.net website are just solid black. They don't have uh, not a frame, but an edge. They're just black, and so you cannot count them. And that is really annoying and difficult for someone who has dyscalculia and dyspraxia because I cannot estimate distances accurately. Sometimes they go hand in hand, right? Distances and um, areas and things like that. And I struggle with all of that really, and movement and everything. But it makes it hard for me to estimate the number of squares in a black area. So I kind of try to do my best, and sometimes I get it wrong. But I have a little safety pin over here to undo my mistakes, and that's how you undo knots. You undo them with a needle. I don't use a needle personally because you mess up the thread if you poke through it. So I use a safety pin that I dulled the edge of. Just dull the point like that with sandpaper, and it will help. Or you can use a tapestry needle, or no, tapestry needles are a bit big for this, but you can use a cross stitch needle. That could work because they're less pointy. They're a little bit rounded. I'm sorry if I have to overpronounce T's sometimes because otherwise everything is a L, and everything is like watery in my mouth. So because of that, I have to overpronounce T's. Otherwise, the word doesn't sound like it should. Like I say "lil" instead of little. So I'm sorry about that. It's just a speech control issue for me because I cannot say little the English way without the T, like Americans do it. Not English, but I mean I cannot say it correctly like an American would say. So that's why I do this the T with a hard sound like that. So I'm sorry if I mispronounce words. I kind of have to. My mouth doesn't do the sounds like it should. And I have that problem in French too. By the way, it's not just me not being good in English. I just want to make that clear. I do have a speech impediment, so I struggle, and I lisp quite a bit too. But you might have noticed. But I have a short tongue frenulum, and I also have a short tongue in general. But usually that's up to the frenulum. The way my someone, I'm not gonna mention who, but the way it was shown to me is if you open your mouth all the way and your tongue doesn't go up to your palate, it's too short, and that changes the way sounds work in your mouth. And I also have a gap in my teeth, and that makes people lisp more. So that's why I lisp. And one time I was in college, and a girl came up to me, "You know you lisp, right? You know you lisp." And I was just like, You really just want to make me feel bad, don't you? So sometimes you get people just going up to you and being like that, and I'm just like, yeah, every time, every chance she got, she made tried to make me feel miserable and blamed it on me. But yeah, that's the thing that happens when you have speech disabilities. People often feel the need to tell you. Like, we've had a few people come in here and say, "Why do you talk like that?" Like, in a very condescending tone. And I was just like, dude, I'm autistic, I'm disabled, I struggle with speech, and I'm French Canadian. And French Canadian are known for having a terrible, terrible English. Um, I am bilingual. I just cannot do certain sounds because the way my mouth is used to working doesn't do them. And I don't think that I could anyway do it any other way because of my speech disabilities. But I struggle. That's the essential part of it. I struggle, and just know that I'm not doing this to mock you. I have to overpronounce certain um, letters because otherwise sometimes I struggle. Like you just heard, I said other and not other, like other with a T. There are just certain sounds my mouth doesn't make correctly. And sometimes I will get it for like 5 minutes and then have to overpronounce other words. It is a thing that happens a lot with autistic people. I'll be right back. But it is a thing that often happens with autistic people. We have a very uneven speech pattern because we cannot tell from one time to another if the way we talk is correct or not. Sometimes we cannot always have a good tone or an appropriate tone, and that works with syllables and other things like that. And it works with mood as well, but sometimes I just speak in a very uneven way because of that. I'm sorry, I know that this is a little bit much right now. Uh, I'll be right back. I have to go again. My nose is doing the same thing. I apologize for this, by the way. Okay. I'm sorry I went. Everything is giving me sensory problems at the moment. So I might have to go actually, but I'm gonna try to stay as long as possible. Actually, I have to change my pants. I'll be right back again. I'm sorry. Disrobing is a thing a lot of autistic people do when we have sensory issues because the clothes start to make us feel wrong, and so we have to take it off quickly. And so a lot of people just up and remove their shirt in the middle of everyone, and people think we're just being inappropriate, but really we're just trying to get rid of the sensation. And this is a very automatic thing. So I will often go off camera and remove things and try to wear other clothes that set the sensory issues less. But I'm not just being annoying right now. I really feel bad with my clothes. It's not just me being fussy about it, because I get that a lot. I get told a lot, well, just deal with it and it won't be as bad. But I can't deal with that. It's a very difficult feeling. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I was gonna try to go to the store today. Right now, I don't have money, but I don't have soap anymore. So I need soap to wash my hands. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to crochet or do anything else. Because I always have to have perfectly clean hands. Otherwise, the sensory feedback doesn't let me work properly. And it gives like an icky feeling. And like, I just cannot do movements when I'm this way. So I'm gonna have to get some soap. But yeah, also money wise, it's a little bit tricky right now. Like I said, I just want to keep enough money for rent. So I might have to compromise and just not crochet anymore until I get money for the soap, which is annoying, but that's the way it is. Like I said, right now I'm missing about $100 for rent, and after that, I don't. That doesn't take into account the other things I have to buy, essential things, and things like that. I need cleaning products and whatnot. So, like I said, if you want to help out with that, all my links are there. Right now, I need surface cleaner. I need toilet cleaner. I've not had that in a few months, and it's not good. I try to do my best to clean it without the liquid, but it doesn't do a great job. The cleaning supplies I have are not really adapted to cleaning that area. You know what I'm saying. Like it does a very summary, not summary, but like very basic job. I'm sorry, the word in French would be summary, but in English it is different. Not like as the season, but like as very basic. I apologize for that, but my word seeking is not good. But sometimes I just have to deal with what I have. That's the thing that happens when you don't have money. I have Mr. Clean, and that's the only thing I have, but it doesn't get into the crevices like at the top of the toilet where the water goes. It doesn't go in there, so I cannot clean that properly. Because the way you would do it is you would wait for it to take action, and that's the way it gets clean. Is you wait a few minutes for it to really go into the dirty parts, and then after that you scrub, and that's what helps. But with the shape of the bottle and whatnot, it's really hard to get it into there. So that's why I like to use the duck cleaner bottles. I just don't have one right now, because every time something is empty, my roommate just throws that away and doesn't think of the fact that I could have reused that bottle to put something else in. And he doesn't understand because he has money, and I cannot ask him to buy that right now. He's not gonna buy it. There are things I can ask him to, and he will. Like I asked him to pick up sponges because we don't have sponges anymore, and so he did bring that. But things that are a little bit more expensive, he refuses to bring, like cleaner and things like that. And I know that toilet cleaner, for some reason, is majorly expensive. I have it on my home Amazon wish list. Let me share that with you. If you want to help out with that, that'd be really appreciated. I'm sorry. Home and necessities. Mind you, a lot of things on that list are not needed. I just put them there because I either don't have them or it's just like a stylistic thing that I just go for a certain aesthetic. But the things that are needed in that list are like the cleaning products, um, the things for the kitchen, and the bat mat. I do need that because the one I have is like completely destroyed. And the dish rack also, my roommate broke the dish rack, and so yeah, I don't have one right now. And so the things that are needed are that and the compression gloves. The wrist brace is a semi need. I don't always need that, but the compression gloves are a need. But yeah, this is the list of home things. Don't buy the fancy sheets, by the way. I put them there because they're pretty, but I wouldn't buy that myself even. But I just thought they were really pretty. um but yeah, I have the cleaner. I do need the dark laundry detergent though, and it's because all of my clothes are black, and they've been like getting lighter, getting gray basically. So I want to conserve the blackness of the clothes. I have a lot of band shirts. A lot of them were gifted to me, but I do want to take good care of my band shirts. I'm wearing one of them right now because it's from a very precious band that is retired now. It's my favorite band, Skinny Puppy, but they're retired, and a lot of their merch is never gonna be sold again. And so because of that, I take good care of the shirts. I wash them with cold water, backwards to preserve the print as much as possible, and I wear them as little as possible, and I try to air them out. And what I mean by as little as possible, I always have a Skinny Puppy shirt on, but I have so many of them, I kind of switch them out. And yeah, you will see me wearing the same one over and over again. Sometimes, like right now, this one I've had on for a while. But yeah, I have a lot of them, so I can like wear one a few times. Unless it gets really smelly, then I don't wear that, obviously. um but I don't go out much, so I don't really, I don't really have, I don't get them dirty much. This one has a little bit of pink paint on that. That's acrylic paint. It will go away in the wash. It will get washed easily. I can even like try to scratch the little bits off of that. That's from when I did Weeps, the little chihuahua. But yeah, I try to preserve my cute shirts, my cute skinny puppy shirts. As if that's cute, but I love them. I love those shirts a lot. They're one of my prized possessions. It's one of the things I'm happy to own. And I'm ridiculously happy about a bunch of shirts. And I know that might sound ridiculous, but I don't have much. And that's one thing I do have. And I will keep with me for as long as I can, because these are beautiful shirts in my mind. Like, these are something of a collector's item for me. So I don't know what the heck is up with that heating, but all the heaters are turned off and it's so hot today. Let's find out if there's a weather problem. Here. Come on, Nightbot. Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, it is -8, so I don't know what the heck is up. I don't know why it's so hot. Oh wow. I don't know. It is a complete mystery to me. But yeah, I dislike making friendship bracelets now. That's why I'm taking them off of my shop and why there's a big sale on them. If you want to help out with money and bills and whatnot, but you don't really have the means, it's a great way to support me because I have some that are cheap that are under $10. They're like a few dollars because 40% off, like I said, just trying to get them sold. And I have a bunch of cute arrowheads, one things like that. So I would appreciate the help, the little help. That would be nice. And I am thankful for everyone who did help already. Just need a little bit more, you know. We're at the end of the month. I did make a significant amount of money, but like I said, I had a big bill that I was pressed to pay because they were gonna cancel my internet and I need an internet provider to work. But yeah, I'm gonna stop whining now. Just wanted to talk about it briefly, but I know that I whine a lot on stream, but yeah, it's just my situation right now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are eating today. I have some bologna that was discounted very much, so it was $3 instead of 4 because it was about to go bad. So what you do is you can just freeze that and use it later if you need to. It's not been frozen before, so it is fine to do so. But you can just freeze it if you need to eat it later, or you can just eat it immediately. But I have a bunch of it more. I just finished one package yesterday, and I still have one. So I'm gonna make sandwiches later. I've not eaten anything yet. It's 9 in the morning. I was not really hungry. I wanted to work a little bit before I ate. So yeah, I'm gonna make some sandwiches, and I have some sour cherry jam that was cheap as well. It was like $2 something for a jar, and so I cannot resist. I love sour cherry, and it's just good to have a little thing for breakfast for me. So I was happy to eat that to buy that and eat that for that cheap a price. It is worth it. And sour cherry is just so yummy. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that, but I just like sour things. For me, they're not as powerful as some people might feel them to be. For me, the sour taste is one of the tastes that has the least incidence on my mouth. I don't know if it's because I might have damaged my taste buds, but yeah, I always love sour things. I wouldn't bite into a lemon or things like that, but I do have a less sensitivity to it. So I guess I could. But also, it just tastes bad and feels bad to bite into a lemon, and it can hurt if you have like a little cut in your tongue if you accidentally bit your tongue, which I often do because I am so clumsy. But yeah, I wouldn't bite into lemon. It's not a pleasant experience. I have when I was young, and I will never do that again. My brother, when he was a kid, was just like biting into lemons, and he was yum yum yum, and he was eating lemons. Silly little guy. He doesn't do that anymore. He's 18 now, and I have a big age difference with my brother. We are 12 years apart. He's only half my brother, and he will remind me if I mistakenly call him my brother. He will go, "No, I'm only half of your brother, Winter. Get it right." And I'm just, okay, okay, little half my brother. Which part are you missing? Your head? Probably. He would be angry at me for saying that. But probably his head. Missing your head, Xavier. That's his name, Xavier. I'm not gonna tell you too many details. I don't want to dox my brother. He's an annoying teenager. I still like him, but he's at that age where he likes no one, especially not his family, which is fine. I'm still kind of at that age. There are a lot of people I do not like, despite all the blood relation thing, like the excuse people have of, but it's family, you gotta love family. I'm not like that. I've never been. Oh, it's sad to say, but no. If a family member acts disrespectful to you, don't give them a pass just because they're family, or oh, they didn't mean it. No, no, I'm not like that. I'm just like, oh well, too bad. Like, I have a very racist cousin, and recently she's going into some transphobic and queerphobic things, and that was just like one more reason not to be your friend on Facebook. And she keeps sending me requests because every year you can send back a request to a person who has refused it. You can do it once a year, and every year she does it. She thinks that magically I'm gonna approve her. But we were in a park. We were in a not in a park, but in an amusement park, and there were a family of black people sitting at the table next to us, and she said something so racist. Just as a content notice, people, I do not approve those views. This is just what my cousin said, and which made me sigh so hard and try to explain to her why you don't say those things in public. She's from a small region. She lives in a smaller area, which is no excuse. I'm just explaining why she usually is very outspoken about those silly racist words, and she doesn't mind so much because nobody is correcting her, but I sure as hell did. I was not gonna let that fly, but she goes, "Oh, these kids are so cute. I want little chocolate children." And I was just like, how can you say that? They're sitting right there, and even if they weren't, you don't say that stuff. And I tried to explain to her, and she was just like, it's not racist. I said they're beautiful. And then she goes and she says that black men are not outdoorsy, and she doesn't like that, so she wouldn't see herself dating one. And I'm just like, do you have a brain? They are people, right? Different they have their different interests. They're not all the same exact people. They're human beings. Oh, god damn it. And she always says those things. And she also said some um, Islamophobic things as well. And I was just like, this is just a buffet of racism today. But yeah, I have a very racist cousin, and she wonders why I don't talk to her. She sends me messages like, "I don't know what I did to her, to you. I don't know why you don't want to talk to me." Christ, I wonder. I wonder why. Oh, but she's just ignorant. But the thing is, she refuses to learn. And like, tried to explain her why the thing she said was racist, and why you don't insult people who are sitting 2 centimeters away from you at the next table, over at the next table. 2 inches away is more realistic, but and she has no excuse. You know, she's not a kid, she's an adult. She's even much older than me. She's like close to her 50s now. She might be like late 40s something. I'm not quite sure her age. But she has no excuse. The fact that she lives in a small place doesn't excuse the way she speaks about people. And the latest thing she had done on Facebook, which prompted me to go like, "I'm never talking to you again, dear," was she was sharing one of my other cousins, which is queer phobe, by the way, was saying that she would never want her kids to see drag story time. And she said if they want to discover that by themselves when they're older, it's fine. But I don't want that exposed to my children. And I unfriended her on the spot, by the way. I don't stand for that kind of stuff. I do not want to see that kind of stuff. I do not tolerate it. I simply do not. And it's my right as a queer person. I don't want to see that shit on my Facebook um, news feed or whatever. That's not something I'm comfortable with. But then the other cousin goes, "You damn right. You're right about that. Protect your children. I agree. That should not be forced upon them." And so I was just like, "Oh, yay. Another reason to never talk to you again. You keep giving me just more reasons, dear." That might not be what you're trying to achieve, but you keep just giving me more reasons not to talk to you. And I want you to understand, if those words sound harsh to you, maybe you do not understand why I feel this way, but it's just that society is hard enough towards us that if we go and tolerate what stuff people say on their Facebook or whatever, just because they're family and blah blah blah, we're isolating ourselves, or whatever the heck the new narrative is for people not tolerating disrespect and hate. But the thing is that we don't have as many safe spaces as some people would claim, and we we just face so much hate and bad stuff. Even within our own movement, a lot of people are really difficult to deal with, and they're really um, divisive and like to spread really harmful narratives and things like that. And even with the worst is fake allyship, right? The people who are allies just because it looks good, and they say things like unalive all the transphobes and things like that, but they're not even queer. They're like cis het as it gets, and they're like unalive all the blah blah blah, and you're just like, no, we just want them to leave us alone and to leave our rights alone. We just want them to stop wanting us to disappear. We don't want to hate anyone. Most of us, maybe you feel differently, and as a queer person, that would be your right. But I just mean it when it's just a cis het person saying those things. That's when it gets kind of tricky. I don't like when people go, oh, let's just off them all. No, just because I stay away from transphobes doesn't mean I want them to die. Um, at the end of the day, I just want them to leave us be. That's all. I don't think it would do any good to just go out and I don't think that would be good at all. And but fake allyship, as I said, it just looks good on paper and it looks good on Facebook for them to go and say those things, but they don't really understand our experience. They just see, oh, their friend just got insulted by a few people, so it will look good and it will look protective and it will make you seem like a good friend to go and say those things, but it really doesn't. That doesn't make you sound like a good person to say those things. And it's not the goal of allyship. The goal of allyship is spreading awareness and spreading educative material and putting forward queer people's voices. That's your role. Your role is not to talk over us and go like, I'm stronger than you and I'm privileged, so I can talk over you. That's not the goal. The goal is to empower our voices and to bring awareness to what we're saying. Maybe point to resources. I don't know, but don't say those nasty mean things, please. That's just my perspective personally. I do not enjoy someone speaking on my behalf and saying that everyone who thinks in a harmful way should die. That's not helping any cause, and it's rather a hate speech, if I would say. I know that hate speech is discriminating against specific things based on like religion, race, or sexual orientation, gender expression, gender identity, those things. But it's adjacent to it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's adjacent to it. It's just perpetuating the hate. And I don't think that's productive in any sort of way. And some people like to say, well, just don't be complacent. I'm not complacent. I tell people off sometimes, and I educate people. I'm not complacent the slightest. I just don't want people to go, let's unalive everyone who doesn't comply. No, no. I too get really frustrated when people do not act like human beings towards us. I'm the first to get angry at someone who will question our rights. But like I said, I don't want the hateful stuff. That's just not me. And if that's you, I get it. We have a different approach, but we really need to, I don't know. I just don't feel like this is something I want to put out there. I'm careful about the way I approach things. And I'm the kind of person who is very radical in my thinking, right? I'll be right back. I gotta figure out that heating thing because it is like a toaster oven in here. I don't know. But I'm a person who has really clear, defined opinions, and I do not shy away from putting them out. I'm just not for violence in any sort of way. And I know that makes me sound sometimes like maybe I don't care enough, but it's just I cannot. My empathy is very strong, and it makes me feel bad to hate on other people in a violent way. And sometimes I will mock transphobes, queerphobes, or whatever else. I will mock them And to me, it's a way to show that really their way of thinking is ridiculous and nonsensical, because it's just hating a person for such a stupid thing. Like, it's nonsensical to go like, yeah, this person identifies in this way or sleeps with people I don't approve of, therefore they deserve to not have human rights. That is completely stupid. And so I like to like debunk their BS, and sometimes in a very intense way, maybe. I have very strong opinions about that. I think that mocking transphobes is sometimes okay, but like I said, nothing violent. I'm not up for that at all. I'm a very uh sometimes intense, but I'm a gentle human. And I do respect that other queers might feel differently about that, especially if you've had people get in very bad situations. That is hard. Or if you've been through violence yourself, if you've survived a hateful act, or just depending on your situation. I do understand that, and I am very sorry if that happened to you, and it had no business happening to you. I just want you to know I support you in that deeply. If that is your case personally, I just, like I said, I just have an approach that maybe some people would qualify as soft, but I don't shy away. Like I am talking right now about my opinion on these subjects, and I am being very clear, I feel like. But also I just think human beings have a way to dismiss each other on such small details sometimes. Like, why should it even matter that a person sees life in a different way? And I'm not talking like hateful stuff here, but just let's say a person identifies as anything. Like, I am a gender, I just don't identify as a particular gender. Oh, I don't feel that I have one. But let's say someone is agender like me, and you're just like, why, you freak? Why don't you just accept your womanhood? Blah blah blah. I don't get why people say that stuff. Is it threatening your own womanhood that I don't have a womanhood? Is it threatening your gender identity that I don't have one? Is that it? Like, you projecting? This is, I think, in many cases, that's what it is. One of them, transphobes, NB-phobes mostly. I saw her posting shit all the time, but she said to me, "It's like you want to disappear." Thank you. I'm a magician. I want to be a magician. Please teach me how to disappear. I'll make cool tricks and I'll do shows. I don't know. But yeah, it was just like, that's so hateful. That was on my own post about why I identify as agender and why I'm comfortable with they them pronouns and certain things and not other things. And it was so violent of her to just go, you want to disappear, you want to hide yourself, you don't want to accept who you are. And I was just like, no. At first, my first reflex was to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I gave her that for a long time. She kept posting stuff, and after a while, I just went, "Well, you know what? You're never gonna change your mind and educate yourself about that, and you don't give me the benefit of the doubt when I tell you our intention is not to destroy cishet people." She genuinely thought that we're trying to make it illegal to be cishet, like to be heterosexual and identify as your gender assigned at birth. She thought we're trying to make it illegal to do that. That's genuinely what she thought. And I was just like, at some point, yeah, you're not gonna change your mind. I'm just gonna go. And I unfriended her and I left it at that. It just sucks because it was someone I met at a concert and I thought she was nice and sweet. And but it's always like that. You meet people you think are super cool, they end up saying the most outrageous stuff and believing the rabbit hole stuff about that, like stupid conspiracy theories. She thinks we wanted to remove all the gendered bathrooms. No, personally, I just want us to have gender neutral bathrooms. I don't want to eradicate the gendered ones because I want the transphobes to be in a different place than I do. I want them to leave me the heck alone. So I'm not gonna remove yours. Just give me a space where I can pee without people scrutinizing me and trying to determine what's in my pants and then calling me out on it. Don't do that. Just leave me pee at peace and I will be fine. That's all I want. I just want a place to pee in peace. Really. And I don't care about anything else when it comes to bathrooms. I just want to have a safe space. That is all we're asking, really. And I want a little box to check on forms that says other, not F or M. I just want a box that says other. That's all. I don't care about the rest. Someone called me offended um, about that on another live stream, and I was just like, I'm not offended. I just want to be left alone. But whatever floats your boat. If you want to believe I'm offended, that is your right as a human being. But I just want a box that says, nope, I'm not a girl or a boy. That's all I want, really. And but people just like to give us intentions and project their insecurities and their fears, and it's such an extreme level that sometimes they're just trying to remove our rights just in the fear that they might lose theirs. But nobody's coming for your rights. If you're straight and if you identify with what you were told, that's fine, that's cool, but nobody's coming for you. Nobody at all. We're just coming for your weird thoughts about other people. We're just trying to make you open your eyes and see that some things are not like what you want them to be. We're not icky because we're different. We're just trying to get by and be comfortable and happy with ourselves. And I know that I talk about this subject a lot. It's important to me. Anyway, please tell me what you're up to. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're. Are you making anything? Right now I'm making a friendship bracelet for an order. I don't know why it's so hot in here. I keep like closing all the heaters, and it keeps getting hotter by the second, and I don't know why. Someone's really gotta fix that heater. Every time the guy comes, it magically stops being a problem, and then he's like, "Oh well, it's fine. I'm not gonna fix something that's fine." But someone's gonna check the electrical circuit or something. There's a problem there. But yeah, I'm making a friendship bracelet for a commission. I don't make them anymore, but I needed the money, so I took it. It's little alien faces. It's really cute. I will show you when I'm done, but right now I cannot take it down. It's pinned, and all the little ties, all the little strands at the top are tied, so I cannot undo it until the very end. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to put it up again. But I will show you. It's just cute alien faces. I've done this in the past. The person saw it, they wanted it, so I'm making it again for them. And I need more water. I'm almost done. I'm like close to 5 inches now, I think. I need a few more inches. I'm sorry, my nose. Just don't look at me stuffing things in my nose, please. I say that, but I'm on stream, so I'm sorry I have to go off camera again. I gotta fix the nose. I know that's icky, but one does what they must. There's so much snow outside and it's melting. I don't know why it says -8. It feels to me like it's 20 degrees today. I don't know. The mysteries of nature, I guess. But I like this friendship bracelet. I like aliens. I like sci-fi. Let me know. Do you like sci-fi? I know I ask a lot of questions. I'm sorry. But if you like sci-fi, let Winter know. Because maybe we can talk about that. Have you seen fun movies lately? I've not seen movies in a long time. The last one I watched was The Kitchen. It's not sci fi, by the way, it's more dystopian kind of thing. But that's the most recent one I saw. And then the last property sci fi thing I saw was a comedy. It was a dystopian comedy, like post almost a apocalyptic, but it's a French comedy and it's titled Big Bug. Basically, robots are trying to take over the earth. Like, people have domestic robots and whatnot, and there's just a brand of robots that is just a little bit more assertive, and they're trying to take over humans. They're trying to control them and off them all. They're trying to um to unalive those they can control. But it's really funny. It talks a lot about the human condition and how silly we are, and all the problems with this modern world we're in. Just it brings about a lot of things about cyberspace and how we have forgotten how to be together. But it's really funny too. It has a lot of funny jokes. Um, and I was satisfied with that. It is on Netflix in Canada. I don't know if it's there in other countries. So maybe you will get an opportunity to watch it. It's called Big Bug. It was from a few years ago, I think. But yeah, I recommend that if you want to have a good laugh. Watch it. I'm halfway through the fifth alien phase, believe it or not. I've done like maybe 10 rows still since the live started, so I am satisfied with that. It is a little time consuming to make these. I'm not gonna lie, it took me almost a full day yesterday to go 4 inches, and this is a 13 strings bracelet. 13 strings. I do charge more for alpha bracelets than for regular ones because they're a little bit more time consuming. You gotta change the colors every time. I'll show you the back when I'm done. I probably will put it on my community tab if I'm not on stream while I show it, but it has like a bunch of thread carried in the back, just like tapestry crochet would look. And because of that, it's a little bit hard sometimes, but you can cut some of it away. Maybe not everything. I do put I do try to put freight check when I cut it though. Just so it doesn't unravel on you, but you know, um, I'm just happy to be getting work done right now. I want to finish at least the fifth alien face on stream, but I think it might be later in the day for me to finish the whole bracelet. I don't know. We will see. Maybe I will get a super intense working spree. I will be on a working spree and I will get everything done. That would be fantastic. I would very much enjoy that. Just getting things done. Uh, Progressing through the day, um, getting things accomplished. I'm being silly right now, but also very happy about this. But sometimes, yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. I should listen to Skinny Puppy. It would help me work faster. My phone. I've not put music on my phone yet. I should do that. I've been putting that off a few days. It always feels nice. No, I don't want to talk to that person who's notifying me of something. Let me put on some Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy is good for the soul. That's why I always wear the shirts. Makes me feel happy. I made a post yesterday, so I'm gonna probably make a video about that recently. But I saw someone's video about age gap relationships, and that got me thinking because there's a lot of way that can go wrong, and also I feel like there's a way to make it work and to make sure that the power imbalance is not a problem. I think you need to be aware of it and not to lie to yourself about it. I think it is something that happens in a relationship. There is a gap there, and you have to be mindful of that and respect your partner's boundaries and things like that. But uh, a lot of the time it can also become problematic, and I might talk about my experience with that because I have experienced a gender gap relationship before. It was not a very big gap, mind you. It was like 5 years, but I was 19 years old when it started. So for me, that was being with an older man, because at that age you're an adult, but you're also still a teenager. You're quite young at 19. Maybe you don't have the same priorities in life, and you're not at the same place. And I experienced personally a very unhealthy relationship, so I might talk about my experience with that in a separate dedicated video or live. I will maybe make it live so that people can ask me questions and whatnot. But yeah, and I will probably open the discussion and ask people to tell me what they think. But let me know if you think that is a good idea or if you're interested in hearing about my experience with that. Like I said, the experience I have is mainly that, but also my father and stepmom have quite a big age gap, so I could talk about that as well. Sometimes it can, like I said, be a little tricky and bring about some issues. But we can always talk openly about those issues. In my mind, at least, I think it is important. Um, I just like openly talking about things. I'm the kind of person, if I was dating an older human, not necessarily a man, because I am bisexual, by the way, but if I dated an older person, I will want to have an open discussion with them about the power imbalance it creates. And if they get all defensive, I will probably tend to move away from that, because I'm a person who needs to feel safe and secure about those things, and I need to question things, and I need to ask myself questions to make sure the partner and I are on the same page about my needs, their needs, because everyone needs to have their needs met and to feel safe and loved. But it is kind of a thing that can be intense at times. I don't even know why I'm talking about that subject. I just watched a video about it from a channel. I don't really want to name it because I don't want judgment from people for watching that specific channel, because it is a very specialized channel about a very spicy topic that I'm not even into, but I just like to learn about it, because I have some parts of my mind that are a little bit up to that stuff, but not quite. I'm not in that lifestyle or anything, but I just have some little things. I don't want to go too much into it. It is very spicy, and I feel like it might be an appropriate talk for some of my subscribers. But if you're interested, shoot me a message and I will send you the video. I don't mind. But it was a video specifically about age gap relationships and how to make it work, and what to look out for, what kind of red flags to look out for, and just basically how to respect your younger partner if you're an older one. But it was just very interesting to me. But yeah, you can like email me, or contact me on Instagram, and I will send you the link. But I just don't really want to say it here, like I said, because yeah, specialized channel. I'm not afraid of judgment or anything. I just don't really want to shock people and make them think I'm a certain type of person that maybe I'm not. It can lead to confusion when someone you watch is watching certain things. That don't just don't worry. It's nothing illegal or anything. I just know that a lot of people might be a little bit put off. That's all. I know that what I'm talking about is very confusing right now. I apologize for that. But also, I just have some life experience about age gap relationships and just um, toxic relationships in general. So if I get an opportunity, maybe I will make more videos about that, because I do want to spread awareness and I do want people to do it safely. And yeah, it is an important thing for me. And I guess the takeaway is, if someone asks you to change and you're not comfortable with that change, or if they refuse to accept you the way you are, that's when you have to run. I know people like to say, but you're in a relationship, you have to compromise and whatnot, but not when that um, changes the person you are, the person you want to be. Not when it's not comfortable for you, not when you're not okay with that change. That change has to be initiated within yourself first. I just want people to be aware that, um, yeah, loving yourself takes priority, in my mind at least. And I have been single for a very long time. Let me know if you're watching what you think about that. If you've been single yourself for a long time, let me know. Let's see. Is there people here? No, we don't have watchers right now. But yeah, it's just I'm wanting to put my experience out there to make sure human beings are happy and safe. And I made a post on Facebook, but I didn't get the response I expected at all. People just started um, basically worshiping those relationships and be like, I had a good experience. Why are you saying all of that? But I just wanted to have a little bit of a discussion, but no one was really discussing anything, and I was just like, maybe the my crowd on YouTube will be a little bit more discussy and want to share, but people on Facebook were not really open. And sometimes I post things like that, and I just like, let me know what you think and let me know your experience. And I tend to offend people, and they tend to think that maybe I'm just being judgmental, but no, I really wanted to discuss that because it does imply a lot of things. People were just saying, it's not necessarily toxic. And I think that's when you ask yourself questions, is when someone's trying to discuss something and you immediately dismiss that and say that, like, you have to defend it. That's when you should ask yourself questions. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit into social issues right now. If you have something fun you want to talk about, just it's okay to change the topic, by the way. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about anything you guys want to talk about. As long as we don't talk about too much crochet right now, because that's not what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm not crocheting at the moment. I'm making a friendship bracelet from a commission. But yeah, I do feel like, you know, people get really defensive when they are in a certain type of relationship and you're questioning that yourself, not necessarily dismissing it, but just calling it into question, not even their relationship, but just the concept in general. And when you're just trying to be aware and to do things correctly, I do tend to be defensive about that stuff just because, like I said, I have had a very bad one. So I tend to be protective of the younger person. It's just from my own experience. But I don't want to see it black and white and say that everything is bad. Because there are some relationships that are age gapped and very loving, and that hold a lot of space for their partner, that are just very, very good. Um, like I said, it doesn't have to be toxic and predatory. It can be just, it just needs a little bit of self awareness and honesty with yourself, I think, and the other partner, of course. I just think you need to discuss all of that openly when you're with someone. And a lot of the time, it's not. Unfortunately, sometimes they can get a little bit defensive and say, why are you with me then if you're worried about my age? Well, I'm not worried. I'm just making sure that everything is right. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about here. I'm not implying that it's always bad. I'm just a person who needs to to question things and to think about them a little bit. to feel safer. I just need to understand where things come from, where they stem from, and to make sure that everyone everyone involved is okay with what's going on. That is really the most important thing, right? That people are feeling safe within their relationship. So if you have been in an age gap relationship and you've had a good experience with it, that is good. Also, don't dismiss those who didn't. Like myself, I've had a very bad one, and I'm not gonna go into it right now because I do want to make a dedicated thing for it. But you know, I've even talked about him before on this channel. Um, Briefly though, like during one of my live streams, we were getting into that subject. I've not listened to Skinny Puppy in a while because while I was making the hexagon blanket, I was working over there on the couch, and I was just too far from my computer to bother with that. I didn't turn on my computer during that time at all. Well, maybe once or twice, but I was not like very uh, up to that kind of stuff. Like setting up the media player, clicking on the thing, and then clicking on the other thing, clicking, clicking, clicking. Sometimes I get lazy about random stuff, but it's not really laziness. It's just that it's a lot of steps. And sometimes when you have ADHD, doing the most mundane thing, like putting on music, seems like a big thing to you because you have to click a bunch of things and you see them all in order stacked in your head, and to you it seems like such a task to take on. It's not like a little thing. And I know a lot of people will not understand what I'm saying, but if you have ADHD, you know, sometimes like washing clothes is a big step because you have to pick up the things, and then after that you have to you know, you just forget everything you just did 5 seconds ago, and then you keep picking up stuff as you go, and then you come back, and then you go back. You forgot to close the lid, and then you forgot this, forgot that. You know how it is, right? If you have ADHD, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a little bit chaotic trying to do stuff, and you feel a little bit like unprepared almost. It is chaos, utter and simple chaos. I apologize for this. My shoulder is starting to hurt because I've been doing this for the past day or so. I might stream for a good part of the day though. And right now I'm almost finished with the fifth skull. And after the fifth skull, I would take a break. And because the last one is kind of medium sized, so it will take a while to finish, but not as much time as this one. This one is the biggest one of the bunch. But yeah, this really involves your shoulder, unlike when I'm crochet, which mainly involves the elbow. And so because of that, I move this a lot, which I'm not used to. So it's a little bit of a weaker area for me. I'm not used to that. So that's why it's achy right now. because it's a lot of big movements, because you do have to give yourself enough weight to pull the string correctly. I don't have I don't like having to tie your knots close to where you are. I don't like doing that. So that's why I give myself space, because I struggle too much with fine motor skills. So I have to go like very into very big movements, like what you just saw. You tried not to do too wide of a movement as not to knock down everything in the room, but it's just very achy. And when I get towards the end of a thing, I tend to take longer breaks because I'm just achy all over. But I did so much of it yesterday that right now it's just a matter of getting it done. It is really close to completion. I do have to notify my customer about the fact that I have a different green than what's on the picture. It's really close, but it's not an exact match. It's still neon green. It is still bright. It's a little bit more limey than what I previously did. I don't think it will be a problem, but in my picture it seemed almost bluish because of the undertones. But yeah, I just want to like make sure it's not a problem because I do not have the other green, and I would have to buy an entire pack of neons to get that. Because it's only sold. I think it's like the bunch from Michaels. I don't want to have to buy a pack of thread. I don't use that anymore. I don't make friendship bracelets. I wish I could have a massage right now. I hate being touched, but my back hurts, so I feel like it would make me feel better to have a massage. Let's just take a short break. Someone just posted something from a tour I wish I had seen. I wish I could have been there. It's from like 2014. Because in Montreal, Ogre was wearing suspenders, and oh, it was excellent. But I was in college. I had things to do. I could not go, fortunately. Sad, sad. But life goes on. The cliche. But at least I got to see them twice last year, in 2023, and it brought me so much joy. Yeah. What was I saying? I got a little bit sidetracked there. Oh yeah. I don't know. Okay, I really don't know what I'm trying to say. I know that I was talking about Skinny Puppy, and then I got daydreamy a little bit. Happens when you think about your favorite band, and that time you got to see them, it gets a little bit daydreamy for me, at least. I don't know if I'm the only one who experienced that. Probably not. Mm. But I'm just still there physically a little bit. Just like that was a magical moment. Uh, okay, I don't smell bad. I'm sorry. I just get sweaty sometimes because I have hyperhidrosis, and I just had to check if I forgot my deodorant or something. And I'm fine. I'm okay. Sometimes you get a little bit anxious about it because you're all wet from the sweat, and you're just like, "Am I okay?" It's a little bit nerve wracking, but then you're just like, "Yeah, I'm just sweaty. It's gross. It's annoying, but you live. As long as you don't smell bad, no one's suffering from your condition but you. You know." I'm being a little bit jokey about it right now, but it is annoying having hyperhidrosis. I talked about it so much already. My beard is growing too much. Um, it's getting itchy. It's gonna have to be shaved soon. I don't enjoy having a beard. Not that it's bad. And I'm not a woman, so that's not why I'm shaving it. I just don't enjoy the feeling of having hair on my face. It is so weird. Because I didn't always have that. I have PCOS. It grows, but I don't like it. I shaved off. But you know, life is something you have as a human being to deal with. The- Sometimes I question if I'm really human or if I'm an alien. And when I make friendship bracelets with alien faces like I am right now, it makes me question that even more. Because the little faces are calling out to me. They say, "Winter, get back on the spaceship. We're flying away." I want to go back to my home planet. That's what I want to do. It's sometimes it is your experience with autism is like it feels so far away from Earth. Oh, and I can take off the cardboard. I don't have enough black left for it to be a problem. Please don't get tangled. I don't want to have to use the other skein. Well, bobbin, but you know, I bobinated that thread because I didn't want to mess with it with the frigging annoying skeins. When you do this, it's very convenient to use the plastic bobbins, but it's not good for the planet, so I don't have a lot of them. I just have the ones that came with some of my boxes, but I don't buy the plastic bobbins. I do not buy that. I might have done it once, like to try them out. I don't think I have, though I don't remember. I remember cutting out of cardboard um, other uh, little bobbins, like homemade bobbins, that I just cut. Really, I have to sponge my nose right now. It is so annoying. Sorry. Okay, and I am back. Okay. I'm gonna take off one little thread. We're gonna do fine on the green. I might have to join more black just because this pattern is black heavy. Like all the little faces have black in it. They have big black eyes. They're aliens, so of course they have big eyes. They're a bit creepy, not gonna lie, but they're cute. I'm excited to show you. Like I said, that's probably gonna be a community tab type of thing because um, there is a lot of work involved. So I do not know if I will manage to finish this on stream, but very close to finishing the last face. I have like 5 rows left. Yeah, 5 rows left. But let me know. Are you drinking anything? Do you have tea by your side or coffee or something? I would like to know that. Right now, I just have my water bottle. I've been a little bit not very prone to making tea these days, and I kind of miss it, but also like it's a lot of preparation. I'm too lazy to go turn on the water thing. Hi, how are you doing? Right now, I'm finishing up that commission I got for a friendship bracelet, and my shoulders are in pain because of it. Because I've not been doing this in a long time, and I am sore from moving. Being sore from moving is another thing completely, right? It is, ugh. It is just, ugh. What are you up to, Ian? That the alien I'm working on right now has like the biggest eyes ever. It's kind of silly. You're just getting the ball rolling for today. That's good. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. I don't know if I will finish this today, truthfully, because I'm starting to experience a lot of aches. But I'm gonna try because I don't want to drag this on. I want to just get it over with. Like I said many times, making friendship bracelets not really a passion of mine anymore. You posted a pic of the. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw that. What? There are Karens? Let me see that. Some people complained about the little penises for some reason. On Ian is a weirdo, I'm guessing. No, on Army of Weirdos. Is that not up anymore? Because I don't see it. Oh, I just saw that. Did you remove the comments? Oh, it's on Instagram. Oh, some people were like, this is gross. Well, they just have to not invite their kids to see it then. Just don't invite their kids to the group if they don't want their kids to see that. They're so silly. These are just penises. They're just colorful penises. If people don't want to see that, they can just scroll away. I'm not a fan of penises, but I don't look at them on purpose. Oh, in the knitting machine group you're in. Oh boy. What's the name of the group? Cuz I'm in one of those. They don't even have kids. Okay, they're just complaining for the sake of being annoying. But if you don't want to like call out the group or anything, you can just message me and tell me which one it is because I am in a few of these. So I'm curious to know where this was creating controversy. Oh, knitting machine queens. Queens. I love that name. Oh, it's so queer. It could have been so queer, but they chose to make it boring, I guess. Oh no. It would have been better if it was queer. But it's sad to see people going like gross. It's a part of the human anatomy, and personally, I have um an aversion to genitals, but I'm not gonna tell someone that what they make is gross. That is just mean. And that's boring to be like, don't show this on the internet, blah blah blah. People really forgot the art of scrolling by. My goodness. Well, in my opinion, this is in very poor taste. Well, in my opinion, it is in poor taste telling people that penises are gross. It's in poor taste to be a Karen. Why are people? Why are people? Just why are people? That's all. There's no end to that sentence. Just why? You agree with me, right? Why are people even just I don't know sometimes. Thank you for the laugh though. Oh, this is sad. I'm laughing, but it's sad. You didn't even post the vag. You didn't even post the vaginas. Oh, they would have, yes, they would have completely lost their minds. Oh, Oh, by the way, the last react I did was at the caption, but yeah, I saw that in the army of weirdos. Get effed and keep scrolling. Quite literally. Oh boy. It is sad that people are just like, oh no, a rainbow penis. I will die if I keep looking at this. Um I must tell the person they lack taste. Oh yeah, you talked about that. The eyes looked weird. But yeah, um genitals with eyes. That's quite funny though. Happy little penises. Always fun. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Starting to get hungry. And it's not because of the subject, it's just because I've not eaten yet today. So I will make some sandwiches later. But yeah, I would just wanted to get that little work in for the day before I ate anything, and then my hands are all greasy and stuff, and I don't have soap anymore, so I cannot really, you know. So that's why I'm working even if I didn't have breakfast yet. You should have bought some fake teeth. Yes, that would have been funny. I don't know if you've seen that, but there is a horror movie about young lady who is growing teeth in a specific area of her body, and a lot of problematic things ensue. It's an interesting film. I've seen it. It's something. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. That is the movie I'm talking about. I just saw your comment just there. Yes, it's a good film. It's a good movie. It's a little bit intense. Uh, I was too curious. I had to watch it. The movie Thief. Oh boy. Yes. I think it's still on my external hard drive, to tell you the truth, because I have a lot of movies on there. I've seen weirder ones though. If you really want to watch a very weird movie, I would tell you watch the special, and I'm not even gonna say what it's about. It brings about some interesting social issues. Let's just put it that way. It is very very intense, very weird, and I kind of regret having seen it. To be honest with you, it traumatized me a little bit. But yeah, the special. You some people must be like, Winter, you watch such weird stuff. Why? Because my curiosity sometimes is stronger than my reason. That is why. Sometimes you just have to watch the thing, and yeah, you just deal with the consequences later. But you should recreate the movie. If you make one, show me. I want to see that. But that was quite the movie. Oh, okay. I have to take a short shoulder break. I did not stretch or do exercises yesterday. I should have. Avoid dehydration. Have a sip. Thank you, Nightbot. Now remind us to not watch very weird films. Let's stretch the arms. Uh, that feels nice. I'm just gonna put them down for a moment. I'm having acid reflux today, and I don't know why, because I've not eaten anything acid. Oh boy, another AI. Crochet and yarn. I am unfollowing you because you post AI things. There you go. Oh, I don't know what it is about it, but just letting my arms fall next to my body like this feels really good right now. I really wish I could show you the little alien faces. Sometimes not eating can not eating. Oh yeah. It doesn't happen for me, because at that time where I didn't have any food at all, um, like when I didn't have money and I spent a few days not eating. During that time, I didn't get any acid reflux. But I got it when I was on SSRI. I got massive acid reflux from that. It was bad. It was not good. SSRIs, well, the ones I was taking anyway, they did not suit me at all, whatsoever. Got me really sick. I'm just gonna say that. We don't need to get into all the things, but I was sick and miserable from them, and it did not help my depression because I kept staying on the couch all day because I was in pain from the acid reflux. But yeah, let's work a little bit more on this. But I want to make more pride things. But right now, Easter is coming up, and I have some little skins waiting over there. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get this sorted. But I have these that I'm gonna make something with. I don't know what yet. But these are the Ubby Rainbow Cotton 8-4 print. Print. Yeah. And there are 5 colors that I have, but right now I just found 3 of them because they're in my yarn shelf over no over there. Sorry, I'm having a problem with directions because my screen is flipped for a reason or another. I don't know why, but yeah, I have what was I saying? Yeah, I have 5 different ones. It came in a pack. I've had them for a long time, so I thought it would be perfect for Easter things. Gonna make some cute Easter eggs and then some creepy and scary plushies with that. So yeah. I just don't know what yet. I might make some zombie kitties, but I've made so many that I'm just like, I want to make it more original. Maybe make something else. Maybe some bunnies. Not the some bunny though. I don't want to make that because it's not creepy enough. Well, it's cute. It's adorable. But what I'm doing right now is making things for my shop. So that is why what those skins are gonna become. They're gonna become products. So I want to make a bunch of creepy Easter rabbits, something. I'll see. I will see. I'm not sure yet. Um, Sometimes you just kind of go on Ravelry and Ribbler and just look at all the things to give yourself ideas. So if you have creepy ideas of what I should make with that, let me know. And I would like to hear it, to hear your ideas. I put a poll on Instagram. Someone said a creepy chocolate bunny, zombie bunny, something like that. And I was just like, that's such a good idea. Although I don't know, it's gonna be chocolatey and it's not gonna use those skins. So while that's really cute, it's a really cute idea. Um, I will see what I'm gonna do. But yeah, if you have ideas, let me know. You like the little ducklings with knives? Oh, they're cute. They're adorable. Ducklings with knives. I like the idea. But I could make chicks. I've not even thought about that. Chicks are an Easter thing as well. I always forget about chicks. Oh, I can make creepy marshmallow peeps because peeps are cute. Wait, there are patterns for that on Ribbler. I always forget. I bet there are a few free ones too. I'm gonna go right now and check the marshmallow peeps patterns. Probably not with that yarn. Yeah, I'm doing it for my shop because I want to make money. I want to make the monies. Let's see peep patterns. Not pep. Peep, please. We don't need pep. Especially not Pepto Bismol. Oh, the free ones are not cute. This one is kind of cute. Marshmallow chick. Oh, little chicks. Oh, they're square though. Why? Let's see. Can I? Do I still have free patterns today? I think I got all my free patterns for today. No, okay, I don't. But now you can remove your limit of free patterns on Ribbler and you can buy a subscription. Which, it means that the site is going to a bad place and they're trying to make money. And it's going to be bad for creators in the end. It always happens like that. When Etsy started going down, that was it. But yeah, I might make marshmallow papes with those colors. And some creepy zombie features. That would be cute. Crochet pattern. Okay. Oh, the Etsy ones are, as always, really good. I found one that I do want to make. It's like $5 though. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see it well on my screen. Gonna go finish this packer. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you managed to finish it, Ian. I hope it goes well. Maybe Ravelry has some patterns for this. But I think I want to make a bunch of Marshmallow Peeps plushies because I think that will be really popular. Um, People go crazy for those on social media, so I think if I do manage to add them to my shop, it will get some attention. So, so yeah. Oh, I forgot. I put this on the wrong side since I'm not gonna need this color yet for quite a while because I just finished the part of the face. Now I just have two rows to finish for the fifth alien face, and we're moving on to the sixth very soon, which means I am so close to completion. And oh, I have some Easter friendship bracelets. Let me just get that. I will just finish this row and I will get that, okay? Let me just finish here. But I will add that to my shop at a discount because you know I will put them for like not very expensive. I have a little guide how to price them by the number of strings and whatever. But I also add specific amounts when I have specialized strings and things like that. So it's always kind of you know. Then you also have to add Etsy's fees and whatnot. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show you all the cute Easter friendship bracelets. I'm just gonna go get them real quick. I'll be right back. Just a bathroom break. I need to go right now. And I will be right back. Now I'm just gonna go get the Easter things. Okay, so I just ended up bringing the thing here because I have a bunch of them. I'm just gonna put them to the side here next to my work area, and I'm just gonna dig through and get them. I have such cute ones. Oh, I just found one of them here. Two of them. I think I have all of them now. Let me put this down. Down, I said, down. Yeah, I have all of them. Let me just sit down comfortably. I have one that is not really Easter, it's more just rainbow, but I feel like it fits in with the. I'm not sure, but look at that. That's just a rainbow. Someone gifted me that. That's yarn, actually. And I want to know where the heck it is because I want to purchase that yarn. And I hope it is available because look at that. So rainbow, so beautiful. But okay, let's look at the bracelets. The first thing I have is called daisy chains. I have a bunch of. I think it is daisy chains. I'm not sure anymore, but I have a bunch of ones in cute Eastery spring kind of colors. Look at that. But these are just. Wait, there's like a hair. It's gonna get rid of the hair because if I show them like that, I don't want it to be a big black hair in between. But look at these. But yeah, I have four colors of these. Like I said, what I thought was Eastery and very pretty. Um, but yeah, I'm that's gonna be in my shop for Easter, so really soon. And the other thing I have is these four bracelets with little X's on them that also have Eastery colors. They're using the exact same four colors, but just varied them this way by using one of them as the contrast and the other one. Well, no, I want it to be like I want to show all of them at once. But yeah, there you go. If I put them on a background, it's just cute. I just made them to match and I liked that. Wait, this one is backwards. Or is the other one backwards? I don't know, but yes. Yeah, I just felt like making them would be cute. And I have one last thing is alpha friendship bracelets, and I have this little chick and this little bunny, cute one here with the stripes and the hearts and the little eggs, little chevrons here, which are rainbows. If you look at it like this, these are cute rainbows. But yeah, just cute things that I want to add to my shop as an effort to um, make sales. Really, that is it. You know. So I will add that. Not now, soon. But if you want to buy them from me, you can contact me on Instagram or on email or whatever. You can go on my Etsy and you can write to me. These are the ones you just saw. You just saw now. Like I said, these are all the things that are not in my shop. I have a bunch of them. Some of them I'm keeping, some of them I've worn, but most of them will be like I will be stocking them at some point, or maybe not, and just discount them. But But yeah, I don't want to be making those anymore just because it's hard on my shoulders. It hurts. And it's hard on my hands. I have carpal tunnel, if you didn't know. But yes, that is pretty much that's pretty much it. I apologize for the nose. Nosy, nosy, nosy. But yes, two more rows and I finished the fifth alien head. It's missing that one at the end. I just don't want to know anymore. I'm sorry. Smothered Hope is stuck in my head by Skinny Puppy. Favorite band and one of my favorite songs, which I got to see live. The two times I was there, and the reason I specify that they played it both times is because sometimes they would substitute Smothered Hope and God's Gift. I think it was God's Gift. Yeah. Anyway, they would substitute some songs, and so both time I went, they played Smothered Hope, and I'm happy. I love Smothered Hope. I wish I had heard God's Gift though. At least one time it would have been nice, but you cannot have everything, unfortunately. I got Ogre recognizing me and calling me out for having made the trip, so that was good. That was good. Not gonna complain about that. I'm fairly lucky to have that happen because, of course, Ogre is nice and he likes to acknowledge everyone and to um just give us his all, but you cannot you cannot do that to everyone who's there. There's too many people, so I feel lucky to have Ogre acknowledge me twice, different ways, because he recognized me the first time, and the second time he was like, "Hey, you made the trip." Yes, yes, I did. You're the Skinny Puppy is the people I've traveled the farthest to see. I did 3,000 kilometers, which is a lot, considering it's on the same continent and everything. And I know European people, some of them have traveled over here just to see. There was a guy new to Montreal, but he was from Europe. I don't remember where, but he was talking to a guy, and it's a German guy who came all the way in Montreal just to see Skinny Puppy, and he went and crowd surfed. It was crazy. He crowd surfed twice, and he got um, to hold hands with Ogre. He grabbed at Ogre's hand while he was approaching the stage as he was crowd surfing. It's cute. But security was mad, but Ogre was happy to oblige. He's always happy to do that stuff. Ogre is a sweet guy. He just likes to give a lot of himself when he tours. It's a very magical experience seeing Skinny Puppy, not gonna lie. People say it's just a band, blah blah blah, but Ogre gives so much of himself that it makes it special to attend a show. I mean, the guy had a broken jaw in 2018 and he finished that damn tour. Not only that, he didn't take any time off, he didn't cancel any show. He was even at the show the same night he broke his jaw after his visit to the hospital. They did have to cancel VIP though, just because he couldn't be there because he was getting fixed. Yeah, not fixed, but he was at the hospital, probably getting pain meds and whatnot. But He's just insane. I admire him a lot for that, but also kind of worrying to see someone go on stage when they're basically delirious from pain. The poor guy. He is just so strong. But yeah, Ogre, you can take a break sometimes. I don't think he'll be watching this, but be gentle with yourself, Ogre. That is something I am sending out to him is some that well he's taking a lot of time for himself obviously right now because he's not touring anymore. I know he's working hard on some other music. He's working with I've talked about this, but he's working with Paul, who was previously from Ministry, and a bunch of other people as well on a musical project right now. So he is doing that, but hopefully also taking time for himself, taking care of himself, being kind to himself, all the things, all the things you want people you care about to do, you know. But yeah, I will be adding some Easter stuff to to the shop for Easter. I'm almost done. One last row and it will be complete. No, not the bracelet, just the fifth head, the fifth alien head. After that, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. If I do finish this, I might eat and then not do anything the rest of the day because my hand will be dirty and my soap is missing. I don't have soap anymore. Yeah, if you want to contribute to the soap buying, they're not very expensive, but yeah, a very small donation would be lovely. Just so I can go get soap and wash my hands. I do use bar soap though because they need to be really dry, so I use like ivory soap with I use the unscented ones. No lotion, nothing. It just needs to clean, and it's the only thing that works for me. All the other soaps I've tried just leave a residue and so annoying. I cannot deal with that. So just the sensory thing for me, I have to get the ivory bar soap, and it's the cheapest one too. So I'm in luck, I guess. Like it just cost like $5 or something to get a bunch of three of them, I think, something like that. It's even cheaper than that, but it's a maximum of $5. I don't know the exact number, but yeah. But I do have to get it, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to crochet. Like I explained, I cannot do that when my hands are dirty. I cannot work and touch things. It really irks me. Like I literally hold my fingers like that, and I don't touch anything when my fingers are greasy. It's an autism thing. It's a texture thing. Oh, it's gonna be St. Patrick's Day soon. I have a bunch of bracelets for that. I could put them on my shop. But yeah. Okay. But yes, like I said, you can wash these with gentle soap, just in the sink. Rinse them out. Um, just put a bunch of soap. Rub it in, and rinse them out, and they will be good as new. And don't put them in the washer. That's not recommended. That could undo them a little bit. And I cannot in good conscience recommend that to you, you know, just because, it's a little bit, it's string put together. It could unravel some of the sensitive spots in it. I don't know. Or just like alter it a little bit. I don't know. I just be gentle with them. Just mild soap, dish soap works. The same soap you wash your body with. Just go unscented if you're really worried. But yeah, I usually wash them before I send them anyway, like I do with most things I send. Wow, it is 25 degrees. How on earth is it 25 degrees? It cannot be 25 degrees. I don't know why it is 25, but the heaters are all off and it's -8, so it should be cold. I don't know. My heater is off. I'm gonna check the hallway again. Maybe some kind of ghost is messing with the heat. I don't know what the heck is up with that. I'm sorry. I just don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. 5. And we have one head left to do. And I'm gonna work on it a little bit. Mm, because I still feel up for it. I'm starting to get really hungry though. So just, yeah. Right now it is 11:18, and my roommate is about to come back. He gets back at like around 12, a little bit before that, I think. Usually, usually that's it. He's not working right now. He just goes out and come back around that time. I don't exactly know what he's doing. I didn't ask him, but I know he doesn't have a job because he made me print his resume 3 times now. So he's handing out resumes. Oh, by the way, I don't have printer paper anymore. I have a few left, so if you want to help out with that, that would be really appreciated. I have to go buy printer paper. I'm not gonna order it from like Amazon just because it's a little bit more expensive than getting it from the store. So I'm just gonna go to Staples and get a pack of the cheapest one. Which is like, I think it's like $5 or something from what I saw online. But if you want to help out with the printer paper, that'd be really appreciated because right now I need that to send out orders. And the only thing I use it for is basically printing labels and sometimes patterns, basic things like that. But it's just cheaper for me to print my own labels because they charge you a little more at the post office to cover like the cost of whatever. And it's complicated. I prefer putting all the information myself and just printing them because that way you don't make mistakes. And Etsy just creates the label for you anyway, so you don't have to mess with that. You just add in like um the custom information and the weight and things like that. It's a simple process. You just weigh everything. I have a kitchen scale. I have a little kitchen scale that I use. I cut the strings a little too short. I guess I'm a little bit out of practice with those. They keep slipping and getting away from the string I'm tying them with. I apologize. It's just annoying. But yeah, printer paper is a need I have, and bar soap. So those two things I would really appreciate some help with if you can spare anything. But like I said, this is no requirement to be a subscriber of mine. I appreciate everyone here just hanging out and talking and having the company. It feels really good to have people by my side. So I appreciate that very much. And thank you to everyone who has helped in a way or another, or has just been here, listened to me, and shared good times and everything. And thank you everyone for your patience. I know that I'm hard to deal with sometimes, and as an autistic person, uh, I know that that can be really intense. But yeah, I'm truly blessed to have the community I have. I know that I say that a lot. I mean it. I mean it. I really mean it. But I'm gonna try to go as long as I can on this friendship bracelet. If I do manage to finish it today, that would be so good. But yeah, I want to make marshmallow peeps, and I want them to be cute as heck. I'm sorry for the high pitch. I had a weird thing going through my head right now. The peepees, the I don't know why I called them that. The marshmallow peeps, the little peeps, the babies, the whatevers. I don't know. I didn't mean it in the way you think. I just want to make that clear. Goodness, I'm getting to the end of the picture where you cannot scroll down anymore, so I cannot like hide under a line, if that makes sense. Like what I've been doing is I've been scrolling, and the part that I just completed is just higher up, and I can't see it on the screen, so I don't get confused. But right now, I'm getting to the point where I cannot do that anymore, and it's annoying. I'm not a fish. Sorry, I just have hiccups. Wow, people that have age gaps of like 5 years and are older, and so it doesn't really make a gap, are responding to my post. And I'm just like, I said age gap relationships. If you're not experiencing any uh, issues, and you're not from a different generation, and you're not like, uh, you know, long enough apart for it to be an age gap relationship, oh boy. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just complaining, but like, that girl is like in her 40s, and her partner is in his 40s as well. So it's a bit weird for her to reply to my post. I don't know. I was thinking like really age gaps, not like a few years apart. That's not really an age gap. But an age gap is when it does causes things. And she's being a teensy bit um, dismissive of the um, issues that can arise. If you have the exact same life goals and same mentality and whatnot, that's not really when it creates an issue. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. I'm sorry that I'm complaining out there. I'm just frustrated because I'm not really getting the input I wanted from that post. I just wanted to further my reflection on it a little bit. But people are just dismissing what I'm saying and being like, there's no problem. But there can be. There can be problems. Just you have to be mindful of that. But anyway, um, it's just unfortunate because I have faced that exact situation and I know there can be problems. But it's complicated. I often ignore her comments because she often does the little Miss Know It All thing on my posts, and she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." You know what I'm talking about. Those people that go onto your stuff and they answer what they talk about them. They basically just say everything that's happening in their life, and they're just completely missing the point. She does this quite a bit. I know I'm just bitching right now. I apologize. Sometimes frustrations you have with people will just come up and not really ruin your day, but just give you a little moment of frustration. And I don't hide that. I know that it's better to hide it and not talk about those things, but I've never been able to. I express that stuff openly sometimes, and I know that it's making me seem like I'm a nasty person, and I probably am. I've talked about this. I am not a nice and kind person in life. I know a lot of people think I am because I have this calm, sweet persona online, but that's not really completely accurate to who I am. I'm sweet because some things just really make me understand and feel certain things. But I'm not a kind person. I'm not a nice person, and I'm not very agreeable. And I'm very intense with how I express my things, just like things in life in general. I don't shy away from being a little bit abrasive, especially in person. I talked about this in the past, but people push me around, and I don't really hold space for that. I'm usually quite mean to them. I don't have any understanding or kindness about that, and I know I should, but I don't. But also, I've been pushed away. I've been pushed around a lot in my life, and people think that they just can walk all over me, but no. But sometimes I am a little bit too mean about that as kind of a reaction. But this is my issue, really. I am aware of that. I'm aware that I shouldn't put that on other people. But unfortunately, as of right now, I do. But yeah, I don't mean to. Yes, I mean to. What am I saying? I'm lying. Anyway, I'm not really. I'm not really a nice person. That's pretty much my point. And there are a lot of things about human beings that I don't understand that don't make sense to me. Like, why, for example, would you go in a place and push a person because you want the thing they're doing right now? Like at the grocery store, why do you push someone in the aisle of the object you you want to check out or buy and take it? Like, I've been raised to wait my turn. Like the way I was taught is if there's someone there, you wait, and it will be your turn soon, and you can check out the item very soon. Like it will be your turn, and you will have your time to check out the item, and you give people the space and the time they need to do that stuff. I was raised that way, and so it angers me when people don't do it, and I know that's a me issue, but yeah, I don't enjoy being pushed around. And I know that's a boundary I have to enforce, but also I don't have to be nasty about it. But I am. I am quite nasty about it. And it's something I know I should work on. Just don't have the desire to, if I'm quite honest. I don't know. I'm nasty. What can I say? I'm not gonna make excuses for that. Just so you know. I don't really like it when people make excuses for that. At least be self-reflective, you know. I opened the window. I don't know if it's gonna improve the situation in any way, but let's hope. Because it feels like everything is just heating up. It feels like there's a sun inside my apartment, burning the walls and the ceiling or something, and just like heating me up. It is not good. I am not happy about that. The heat is so intense. But yeah, it is slightly annoying that every time you try to do something as an autistic person in public, people push you around and they feel like they can just walk over all over you because you're this little tiny thing that doesn't really take any space. I'm like this most of the time. And I know that's a me issue. I am aware of that, like I said. But yeah, I don't have patience for people who don't have patience. And I'm aware. I'm aware of what this implicates and what this implies for me. But like I said, and it's weird, but sometimes I see things happening in person that really make me mad. A parent will treat their child in a way that seems unfair to me. Like they will grab their arm. Okay, people often do that, and I think it's abusive, and it shouldn't happen, and it makes me so angry when it happens. But people will often grab their child's arm and pull them in a way and be like, "Come on, let's go. Come this way," or "That's enough," and they will scream, "That's enough," and grab their arm and pull them in a direction, and I'm just like, that totally that makes me feel a certain way. That brings out something in me that is not pretty. I want to yell at those parents. I really do. It makes me so angry to see that. I can almost not bear to look at it because it happened a lot in my childhood, and I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's acceptable parenting to pull at your child's arm. In my mind, it is physical abuse. So, but I don't want to talk about that too much because I know it's a heavy subject. But yeah, I know that I talk about a lot of stuff on here. I'm sorry about that. It's just everything comes to mind when I stream. I don't know. But I just wish some parents understood this simple fact about their children. Kids in public are gonna get overwhelmed. There's people, there's patients involved. Patients, like not patients, but like they have to be patient, they have to wait, they have to not move, not be disruptive, blah blah blah. That doesn't work so well for a child. You have to understand that your child is not being unruly, it's responding to outside stimuli. It's being overly stimulated, even if they're not autistic. Just as a general rule, a child in public is just getting all the things their way. Their brain is, and the window didn't help. Now it's too cold, and it's making my hands be sticky. So I have to tolerate the heat, I guess. But yeah, your child in public is going to be overly stimulated by everything happening because they do not really have any kind of reference as to how to deal with that emotionally and in a sensory way. They might maybe not be able to abstract from that really. So they're not acting out, they're just responding. That's what they're doing, that's what children do. So don't be mean to your child because um, it seems to you like they're being unruly. Don't like call them out and assume they're being mean on purpose. Don't do that, please, because it is really hard on your child's mental health. And I will have to go because my roommate just came back, so I'm not gonna be able to stream because I know what's gonna happen. So I will thank everyone for coming, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out. So, bye, everyone.